Hello, everyone, and welcome to Clockwork Cantina, episode 62, the 2021 Games and Movies Preview episode. My camera got very dark for some reason. There we go.
Indeed. Welcome. Uh, we will be talking about the movies and games of 2021. Of course, things are going to be getting moved around. We know that there's delays. There already has been some, and we're still in the first month of the year, and there's already been delays and whatnot, and things will continue to be delayed. We know that, but we're going off of what we know now. That it will be at some point coming out this year. Maybe they'll get pushed for next year. So if you're watching this later at another time and you're like, well, hey, this movie didn't end up coming out this year. I mean, we're just going off what we got right now. Okay. Things are getting moved around constantly, always in motion the future is, right? So just keep that
Yes.
in mind. We're going off the information that we have at this moment. But yeah, I'm excited. There's a lot of if all goes well, there's a lot of cool stuff that will be coming out this year. So it's exciting.
Indeed. But before we get to that, that'll be in our second half of the show for the most part. Let's go over what we've been doing this past week, Daniel. And we always start with you, my friend. So, what have you been up to?
So I haven't really been up to a whole lot. Mainly, the main stuff is that I've been playing a lot of the Old Republic, Star Wars: The Old Republic. Been doing a lot of that. Got into that again. We created new characters. I made a Sith Inquisitor, so I've been on that. I believe I'm just about to finish chapter 2 with that character. I'm near the end of that, so that'll be fun. That's the majority of what I've been up to lately. I have been playing Legend of Zelda: The Breath of the Wild on stream. That's been fun, but I am awful at puzzles, so it's been a bit of a struggle in that regard.
Yeah.
And then just been watching some movies and stuff here off stream. Like, ended up rewatching the Goofy movie after like literally probably like 20 years since I've seen it
Yeah.
last. Like, I haven't seen it in so long. It's been so long since I'd seen it that I forgot that it was a kind of a musical. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? They're gonna start singing, like, what? So that was something. And then rewatched Mission Impossible Fallout, which is a good movie. And then of course watch the Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan classic You've Got Mail. I watched that one for the first time, and
Indeed.
it was pretty cool, man. I ended up enjoying it. It was a good movie. And then of course I watched the newest episode of WandaVision, which is incredible.
Which I need to knock those out.
It was great. Episode 4 is the best one so far. I feel like they get better every week. So yeah, you definitely got to catch up on that.
Yeah,
But that's been the gist of what I've been up to. Just mainly just a whole lot of Old Republic, man. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. So we played D&D last week for like the first time in a hot minute. It's been a little bit since we got to play, but we got to get in there and mix it up. We had a little arena fight for the most part, which took most of the time up as we all kind of settled into Foundry and got used to using that. And we're gonna play again tomorrow. So excited for that as well. I also watched You've Got Mail with You and some of our other friends, which was a good flick. And I've also been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic as well, a little bit. Doing the Sith Warrior storyline now. I'm behind Daniel because I started that character a little bit late. And I think that's like really it for me. I haven't done much in terms of watching anything other than I got Hulu and I just watch Futurama repeatedly because I love that show. But other than that, I do not believe I did anything else this week. I haven't played anything other than what we've been playing, which is SWTOR. Really just SWTOR. We kind of took the week off from Stardew this week for the most part. Um, yeah, I believe that's it. Um, I just had my some of you know previously I did the keto diet a few months ago, and I ended up after having to move kind of falling off of it. But I just had my I'm gonna go back on it, and I just had my last meal that is gonna have carbs in it, or the majority of my carbs in it. I had a Vicky Lou's double cheeseburger, and let me tell you, it was delicious. Okay, it was really tasty. Um, and that's why I drank like so much water yesterday, was to get ready to prep for my diet again. Um, because Lord knows I need it. I got a big fat gut and I gotta get rid of this thing. Um, but I think that's gonna do it for all of our pre warm up stuff. Daniel, so if we want to hit the news,
I
Daniel gets the
mean,
news for us every week.
let's go ahead and do it then. First thing we have up here is that the Animal Crossing came out with a new update, free
Let's have a
update.
look see at
A
this.
couple days ago. It was a quick little minute long video. It's like a festival type thing. Which will the main of it, as you can see from the video, will begin on the 15th of this month. Uh, yeah, it's very much like the Carnival over there, like in Brazil and whatnot. So that's pretty much what this event is all about. They got this little dancing bird called Pave, and they got a lot of festival like outfits, and when you log into Animal Crossing at some point this month, they give Nintendo sends you like a pair of maracas, and you have to do the whole thing. It's pretty cool. Uh, but yeah, that's what that's gonna be. Again, they haven't really added most of the stuff that you see here yet because as you see at the top of the video, they have a little thing up in the corner that says 215. So it ain't out yet. And then at the end of the video, they tease another free update for March, which obviously we don't know what that's going to be about. But I don't know. Maybe it's like St. Patty's Day or something. Who knows? I don't know. Or maybe it's another fucking.
Hmm.
I mean, a lot of people really did not enjoy the egg event last year, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, cool little Animal Crossing thing that they're doing. They're constantly doing free updates and stuff for the
I
game,
need to
which
get
is pretty
back
cool.
into Animal Crossing, man. I
It's
haven't
a
messed
fun.
with it too much lately.
It's a fun little game to get back to every once in a while because of the events and whatnot. But yeah. Uh, Speaking of events, Fall Guys is having another mid-season uh event or update that brings a new level, costumes, and yet another ridiculous name. So they put out a tweet uh saying that a, they basically said what will be in season 3.5 a brand new level, 40 plus new variations for our existing levels, fall feed, a new DLC pack, Godzilla, Sonic, and Goose Game costumes will be available in the regular store, and the new shows and costumes will go live over the coming weeks. So they have a little picture that says season 3.5. Stop with the yeets. Name it anything else. Just don't include the word yeet, please. I'm begging you. uh, but yeah, they're doing that. They also have another tweet where it's like, if we can call an update Big Yeetus anti cheetahs, what can't we do? Which is yeah. Fall Guys always has those like stupid little like Yeetus and cheetahs and you know all that silly crap that they do. But yeah, that's cool. Fall Guys, yeah, they I actually have like played it in like a good little bit, but I know
Yeah,
I'm like on level 30 or something. I want to get to at least 36 so I can just get all my crowns for the season. But yeah, maybe I need to get on that. But yeah, again another one of those games that's like cool to do and play every once in a while because they add new stuff to it constantly. So
yeah, it is. It's fun.
yeah, yeah.
It's frustratingly fun.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely, definitely.
All right.
Anyway, next up we have an update on the 007 project. The Hitman dev said that the James Bond game won't feature a movie actor, and not only that, but that it could be a trilogy.
That's
So
cool.
IO discusses the 007 deal and reveals rights holder didn't think previous games were worthy. So they had a little uh what was it, like a little interview here with the Danish publication DR, um, where Hakan Abrak revealed new details on the Bond project, uh, where he revealed that it will not be based on any of the 24 films that have been released over this last 60 years, and that IO intends to build a James Bond universe from scratch. And this is what he was quoted saying: "We have been allowed to make our own digital Bond, which will not lean on a Bond actor," he said. "We also came up with a completely original story, and you could easily imagine that a trilogy could come out of it." The studio had revealed on how the deal came out, so they were talking a little bit about the deal and all that stuff, how that came to be. And Abrock also said that uh, the previous games were worthy enough, and that it was violence for the sake of violence. Or she did not feel that the games were worthy enough, and there was just violence for the sake of violence. Uh, our story, our background with the Hitman universe, and our vision for what Bond is in the game format went straight into the heart of Barbara Broccoli herself. Uh, but yeah, they are currently recruiting elite talent to join their team over at the IO project website. So yeah, it's pretty cool that we're getting a little update on that. So how do you feel about this Bond not being like a Daniel Craig or a Sean Connery or anybody that, or Pierce Brosnan or anybody that we already know? They're coming up with an original story, and that potentially with what they got, they could probably turn this into a trilogy. So
Yes. So my feelings on it are, I think that's a good move. I think it's a good move. I think it's a good play. Uh, you're not confined to when the actors swap out or anything like that to make for any awkward things. You just make your own Bond, and that's who you have. I think that's the smart play. I think it's a smart play that it's not based on any of the movies. Tell your own original story. I think that's smart. Why I think they've done it like a couple times in the past where they had like their own original kind of bits, but a lot of the old games were based on the movies. Um,
mhm.
um, I think what they said here is very smart. I think it's good that they went with those choices. Uh, because you can tell your own original stories, and there's no telling, like it could balloon into hell more than a trilogy really. Like the James Bond universe is massive. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
good.
I agree. And yeah, like another thing that I want to add real quick is that whenever they get like, you know, the 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 character to look like the actor, they never have like they never have the actor themselves reprise the character to do the voice. So it's always like, here's, you know, let's say they, for example, they got like the rights to Daniel Craig's likeness, right? Okay, the
Mm-hmm.
character, the Bond looks like Daniel Craig, but it's not gonna be him voicing it. It's gonna be some guy that doesn't sound anything like him or whatever, you know. So I always find that weird too when they do that. So I am all for them just having a completely new and different Bond. I agree. I think it's a good move as well, and it's
Any
exciting, man. They just completed their new Hitman trilogy as well because the third game just came out. So,
Yeah. Any
but
who would you want to voice this new Bond? Do you have anybody in your mind you'd like to have out there?
oof, man, I don't know. There's a lot of cool options because we're after we watched the Mission Impossible movie Fallout, we were kind of talking about like who would be cool as like because we were talking about Henry Cavill, right? And
Mm-hmm.
uh how he was like in the talks for being Bond at one point, and how like probably the closest we'll ever get to him being Bond is the Man from Uncle movie, which is a great movie, by the way. If you guys have not seen the Man from Uncle, definitely check that out. It's fantastic. But anyway, I digress. He's somebody that I always would like to have seen that like in the live action type role for that character. But in terms of like uh acting, voice acting, I'm not really sure. I'm trying to think of like I'm just trying to think of like who would be a good choice for that, and there isn't really anyone that I've actually thought about for that yet. Maybe with like if you maybe like with some time, I could probably think of somebody, but I'm not really sure. I don't know who would be a
Alright,
good.
alright.
Is there
I was just
anybody that you
curious.
have in mind?
Ah, shit, son. I don't know. There's a lot of great voice actors out there, and with a wide range. I mean,
One, okay, I'll give you somebody that I could think of off the top of my head. Do you remember Agent Callus from Star Wars Rebels?
yes.
He was voiced by David Oyelowo, and I think that that would be an interesting pick. He would be
Hmm.
kind of cool, but that's just like one off the top of my dome. Like right now, I'd have to, yeah, I'd have to think about it a little bit more. But that's just one that I can throw out there that I thought that I think would be pretty cool. But yeah, yeah, I'm very interested in seeing what they do with this new Bond game, the Project 007. So
Yeah, we will watch his career with great interest because it will be
great
quite a while
interest.
before we see it, I believe.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes, indeed,
since they're
indeed.
just now kind of ramping up on it since they just
Yeah, I
finished
mean,
up their
they're
Hitman.
still gathering people to work. You know, they're still gathering talent or whatever to work on it.
But it is exciting. I do like the idea that they're not going with a movie actor and being their own story. Fuck yeah.
Ag- Agreed, agreed. Next thing we have here is that the Lord of the Rings Gollum game has been delayed until 2022. It was originally slated for this year, but it's been pushed back until next year. So Daedalic is they're the people working on the game. Uh, they said the gameplay will be very stealth focused on an emphasis on climbing and platforming. Uh, so kind of I guess think of the sticks games, you know.
I
But
guess.
anyway, uh, yeah, this game is getting pushed back. Uh, there's like a screenshot of Gollum here, and I'll be honest, he looks very weird.
It looks
Uh,
wag.
it I'm honestly I'm not. This is not a game that I'm like dying to play or anything. I just I don't I just don't know, man. I don't know
I
how I
don't
feel about this
understand
game.
why they went with Golem here. Like I don't really care all that much about that character that much. It doesn't seem like it'd be fun to play as, and I don't know. I could be wrong. It might be the greatest thing ever, or it might just end up a canceled game that never sees the light of day, if you want my truly honest opinion on it. I'm not crazy over the idea of this game, but
Yeah, I mean I'm not either, but I mean I'm sure it'll still come out eventually. There's people love stealth games. They love this kind of game, you know. So I'm sure that it will come out and everything. I'm just not sure if it'll be my kind of game, but it's for people. It's for people out there for sure. Yeah, I don't know if I'd have gone with Gollum either, but you know, there's it's an interesting choice. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it got pushed back to 2022, so they need more time to work on this. And
And we've known about this game for a long time as
yeah,
well,
we
I would
have
say.
indeed. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to see if there's any reason why they pushed it, like particular reason why they pushed it back, but I would imagine it's just because of the COVID and all that stuff. Uh, the extra time will enable developers to fully leverage the power of the new generation of consoles. There you go. Uh, okay, well, yeah. So Lord of the Rings Gollum 2022. There you go. And if you're curious about it, the game is on Steam, so you can like wishlist it or follow it or whatever the hell. For those of you out there intrigued about the game. But anyway, we can go ahead and move on from that. The last thing that I have here is that the Biomutant game finally has a release date. Uh, it will be launching on May 25th. Now, Josh, I'm curious. Do you know, like, is this something? Do you even know this game? Is this something that you're like?
I, I remember seeing it. at like an E3 or some game thing we
Yeah,
watched.
because the thing we're watching
Um,
here is like a gameplay trailer from like last year.
yeah, that's what I
That's
threw
that.
up.
That's for those of you like looking at this at the video version. That's what we're looking at. At the audio, for those of you listening on the audio version, we are watching the uh the gameplay video from last year. I believe it's from June, so like summertime last year. It looks like
Yeah,
a really neat game. I don't know. There's just something about it that I thought was pretty cool. The landscapes and the you know the it's like a very like martial artsy type dealio. With like a bunch of like interesting creatures and whatnot. I don't know. It looks pretty neat. It looks like something that I would give a shot. I'd give it a
yeah.
shot.
I'll probably check out reviews. Probably watch a couple streamers check it out, and if it looks cool, I'll probably play it. But right now, it's not like I'm dying to play this. Like some
Yeah, well,
games
yeah,
get
yeah, for
me.
sure.
Like
Because like, yeah, to be fair, like I don't know, it's a game that I've known about this one, but like I haven't really like heard too much about it or seen too much gameplay about it or anything. You know what I mean? So, but I mean,
yeah,
yeah, it looks pretty neat from what we have here, though, for sure.
I do like a good martial arts game.
Yeah, yeah, it looks pretty neat. This whole gameplay. They say gameplay trailer, but this video is like almost 10 minutes long. It's like nine and a half minutes. So
Yeah, it's like a lot of different.
yeah, they show you a lot about it here for sure. If you want to check that out, it's over on the THQ Nordic channel. That's the video that we're watching right now. Check it out if you would like to. The game is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I don't know if it will be coming out for the current gens, the PS5 or the Xbox Series X as well, but probably maybe. But anyway, yeah, that's Biomutant.
So May 25th.
Yeah, May 25th.
Interesting. We'll be checking that out. I assume would be get closer to May
Indeed,
25th.
indeed, indeed, we will. But yeah, that's about all the gaming news I have. Really, is there anything that you might have had,
Not
perhaps?
really, man.
It's not a whole lot this week, huh?
Start of the year is usually really slow on the news.
Yeah, it
If I
is.
remember right from the last
Mhm.
couple of years we've done this.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, well that's fine. We can
uh,
just go ahead and move
yeah,
on to the
television.
TV news, which we have a little bit of. Which we have a little bit of, indeed. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the TV news. So there is a uh, live action TV series of Harry. There's a Harry Potter live action TV series in early development at HBO Max. Now for those of you who know us, who know both Josh and myself, uh, you know that Josh and I are not the biggest Harry Potter fans. Um, so like this isn't something that like I'm going too crazy over, and I'm sure probably neither is Josh, but
Oh,
th- th- but we still like to talk about news, and something like this will definitely affect the streaming wars, as it were, because there's a lot of other people out there who very much love Harry Potter, and Harry Potter is one of those franchises that's huge, right? Obviously, so
mm-hmm.
because of that, um, if this show is done well, and they kind of um can do it in a way where like the whole J.K. Rowling stuff is not like I don't know if they could do something around that. This can be pretty big because HBO Max is currently the home for all the the Harry Potter movies, and Harry Potter actually like the franchise hasn't really done much apart, from those movies besides the like Fantastic Beasts stuff, which like I saw the first Fantastic Beasts movie and I thought it was a snooze fest, so I never even watched the second one. So yeah, there's like two of them out right now. I know they're working on a third one. I watched the first one of those. And I'm like, not for me, dude. So I didn't end up watching the second one. But like, depending on what they do with this, like it could be pretty big, man. Because that's something that I feel like could be on the level of like some of these other like TV shows that could propel HBO Max into like it could be like their Mandalorian or their Stranger Things, because obviously Disney Plus right now has the Mandalorian as like their big, series, and
Mm-hmm.
WandaVision is currently happening right now, and Netflix has like The Witcher and Stranger Things and whatever else, right? So this could probably be HBO Max's like big, first big series or whatever. But here we go. I'll go ahead and read a little bit of the article here. Sources told this is a Hollywood Reporter article, by the way. Sources told THR that executives have a series of meetings with writers and the goal of bringing the blockbuster franchise to television. So a bunch of executives are having some meetings and whatnot, and uh, uh, they're still in meetings. No writers or talent are currently attached. They're still in the extremely early stages. No deals have been made. There's a quote that says there are no Harry Potter series in development at the studio or on the streaming platform. But of course, they always have to say that, because it's still in the early stages. Um, but yeah, so this is something that is still obviously very in the very early stages. So they can't really confirm or deny or actually, well, they just denied there, but they can't really confirm anything because there's no one is signed on for anything. So obviously, nothing is really happening, you know, currently. But it's in the works. And this is honestly a smart move on their decision or on their behalf, or yeah, on their behalf, if they want to like propel HBO Max to getting on the level of like Disney Plus or Netflix or something like that. So yeah, I mean, again, early news, but this could be big for them. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. Uh, Anything to add on to that, Josh, or no?
No, not really. Like it's so early; they don't have like really any details at all about it,
Yeah, no.
and we're not crazy Harry Potter fans anyway.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I don't know.
All right, cool. We can go ahead and move on then. The next little thing is also a short little news piece. Is that Tony Revolori, who is the one of the kids from the current Spider-Man trilogy of movies. He plays Flash Thompson in the MCU Spider-Man. Uh, he has been cast or he's in talks to join the Willow series on Disney Plus. So that's interesting. Just another like uh actor in the group of another more known actresses that have been already added to the show. Uh, we'll see what ends up happening with that if he actually ends up signing on or not. But again, it's in talks, so not a done deal yet. Um, Here's something maybe that you'll have something to say about, Josh. We have Netflix has ordered a Skull Island and Tomb Raider anime series. So two properties to expand Netflix's ever massive library of things. So legendary television Skull Island will see a group of shipwrecked characters trying to escape a dangerous and mysterious island. Brian Duffield, known for Underwater and The Babysitter, will write and executive produce. Jacob Robinson is executive produces as well. Uh, Powerhouse Animation, the studio behind Castlevania, is also behind the project.
That's pretty dope.
The anime series comes after 2017 features Kong Skull Island reintroduced the world to King Kong, and comes ahead of March's upcoming Godzilla vs Kong movie from Warner Brothers and Legendary. So that's what we have on the Kong Skull Island part of things. Now we'll talk about the Tomb Raider part of things. Meanwhile, Tomb Raider uh, picks up after the events of Square Enix's Tomb Raider video game reboot trilogy, which was released in installments from 2013 to 2018. Developed by Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal. It will be unrelated to the ongoing series of games or the ongoing series of films. I'm sorry, I apologize. That Alicia Vikander, as playing as Laura Croft. Tasha Huyo, who is known for The Witcher Blood Origin, will write and executive produce Tomb Raider, uh, as well as a few other people. But so yeah, how do you feel, Josh? First of all, about the Kong anime, and then the Tomb Raider anime, based off what we know here so far.
Kong Skull Island anime will probably be very dope, especially since they have the dudes from behind Castlevania
Castlevania, yeah,
on
Powerhouse
there.
Animation. Yep.
Yep. Um, I don't really have much of an opinion on the Tomb Raider stuff because I didn't play I didn't play those rebooted Tomb Raiders
Mhm.
games. I might at some point in the future.
Yeah,
But Lara Croft is very popular, and so it'll probably be
indeed,
good too.
indeed. Yeah, that's kind of. I feel the same way. I'm pretty hype about the Kong anime because I love Kong Skull Island. I think that movie is pretty great. I think it's
Mhm.
underrated. I enjoy that movie quite a bit. And then as far as the Tomb Raider stuff, I'm with you. I have not played the current trilogy, so the fact that it picks up after the events of that trilogy
That's what I was gonna say. It's pretty
is,
interesting that it picks up after those games instead of
yeah,
like its own story
yeah, it's kind of
or
cool
those
though.
live action
I
films.
think it's
Yeah.
interesting. But yeah, I haven't played any of those, so I don't know. I do plan on playing that trilogy of games at some point. I own all three of them, but just trying to make your way through the backlog is a little difficult sometimes. So I have those games in my backlog. I will get to them eventually because I do want to check out that anime whenever that comes out. But I mean, we're still a ways away, I'd imagine, from all this stuff. But yeah, I'm excited, dude. The Kong one sounds like it's gonna be badass, dude. Again, I really love Kong Skull Island. I'm very interested by Kong, versus Godzilla coming out here in a couple months. And yeah, when you have Powerhouse Animation behind the project, it's pretty exciting. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to them both.
Hell yeah.
Um, Speaking of animation, well, Game of Thrones has an animated drama at HBO Max as well in their plans. The next Game of Thrones chapter could be animated. The animated Game of Thrones drama is in early stages of development at HBO Max. Meetings with writers for the adult-leaning project, which would be similar in tone to the show, are already underway. No deals have been made, and there's still a possibility that the animated series will never come to fruition. Obviously, reps for the HBO Max have declined to comment. Uh, the animated idea is a part of a larger strategy to expand the world of George R. Martin's fantasy drama. Because obviously that we know that they're trying to make like 20 spin-offs for this fucking thing, right? They have
Yeah.
like two more live action ones in the works. Now they're working on an animated one. So like they're I always find that interesting, It's like here we have one show and then now we're gonna expand and create spin-offs from it because it's over or whatever. Um, it's kind of like what they did for The Walking Dead, man. Like here's The Walking Dead, and we're gonna make like 20 spin-offs from this now. So I don't know,
Yep.
it's always interesting. But yeah, so they're working on the Game of Thrones animated show. The expansion begins with HBO's House of the Dragon, starring Olivia Cook, Emma Darcy, and Matt Smith, and it will begin production in the spring. And yeah, they're just and obviously Dunkin' Egg is something that we talked about last week that they want to do as well. But yeah, so Game of Thrones the animated show. We don't know anything about it, but I feel like if it's done well, then it could be pretty good. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
There's just not a
Yeah.
lot of
Well,
information on it.
make it like fucking the old HBO Spawn series, man. That was fucking metal and fucking gory as shit. Know what I'm saying? Have you ever watched all of that, Daniel?
The Spawn one, I don't think I've
Oh
seen all
yeah,
of it.
from
No,
HBO. Man, that
I've
shit's
seen
that
like
shit's
I've
pretty
seen like
dope.
bits of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what kind of excites me about all the HBO any of the HBO kind of animation stuff. If they look back on this, obviously that was many many years ago. But if they look back on that and be like, that was really popular, maybe we should do some more shit like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know what kind of animation style or anything that they're gonna be going with, so we'll have to wait and see. But
Yeah. Hell, this may
yeah,
not even ever come to fruition, like you said. So
yeah, it's still in the you know
super early.
super early stages. A lot of stuff is still super early. Yeah. All right. Another thing we have here is that the Zorro reboot uh series is in the works as well. Uh, um, in collaboration with John Gertz, founder of the Zorro Productions and producer on Mask of Zorro and The Legend of Zorro movies. Uh, Sony execs Andy Kaplan and Jesus Torres will and Miami-based Sequoia Studios will be serve as a series lead producer. So this is another one of those things where it's like it's so early that there's just not a whole lot of information on it. But I'm trying to see what some of these people who are involved what if they've worked on. Um, La Isla. What else we got here? Uh, Co-produced with Infinitive Films, a horror series with Money Heist star. Okay. So okay. Basically, there's just not a whole lot of information on this other than here are people that are gonna be working on a reboot series for Zorro. Are you do you like Zorro or
I do
this?
like Zorro. When I was a kid, or I remember like Saturday morning cartoons, there was a Zorro cartoon that would come on. I remember watching it, and then you had the few years later after that, or before that, I can't remember exactly the timeline because I was young. But you had the Antonio Banderas movies come out, and that made me a big
Yeah.
Zorro fan. I think this is cool. I am a Zorro fan. He's kind of like a Batman before Batman in a way, I guess, kind of, and leaves his mark everywhere he goes. So yeah, I am interested in this, even though it's super early. I
Uh-huh.
think they could tell a cool story as a series, and I hope to hear more about this. I hope it's not like one of those things that we mention once and then it disappears because nobody wanted to make it. I love Zorro, so
Nice.
I
Cool.
am a
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah. It's we'll see what they end up doing with it. I'm intrigued as well. I like Zorro too, so we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll end up seeing. It's just too early to talk about anything else because they're just unfortunately there's just not a whole lot there to talk about. But
Yeah.
it's a thing that they're working on, so it'll probably happen. All right. Anyway, I believe that is all we have for the TV news. So Godzilla time.
Godzilla.
Godzilla versus Kong time in the movie news. So
Dum
this
dum
trailer came out
dum.
like a week ago after we had filmed last week's episode. It came out on the Sunday, the day after.
Mm-hmm.
But we checked this out, and yeah, it's something that I've been wanting to see for a while now because we hadn't seen anything for Godzilla versus Kong for quite some time, and we finally got this trailer, which is pretty cool. I like the trailer.
I do too.
We got a little bit of information about Kong and his he now has like a bond with this little girl uh uh, that they're kind of like he kind of keeps her safe and whatnot. And then Godzilla for some reason is going around and doing things that he hadn't been doing in the other movies.
Yeah,
uh
he's pissed. He's pissed off, man.
yeah. And then yeah, we get to see them fight because that's what the movie is, Godzilla versus Kong. So it's I'm pretty hyped, dude. Like later
I
in the
am too.
trailer,
The trailer gets you
yeah,
real hype.
yeah, and I like the music choice as well. I know a lot of people are like, whatever about the music. I think it fits. I think it fits. I think
I
it's
think it's
fine.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good choice. But yeah, just seeing these two fucking big ass monsters fight each other, dude. I don't know, dude. I just love seeing two big fucking monsters or robots or whatever just fight each other, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just something cool. Look at that shit, dude. You see Kong just fucking punch the shit out of Godzilla, and he knocks his ass into the water, and he's shoots up out of the water, and I don't know that whole like fight in the city with the bright lights and shit, which is probably like Tokyo.
Yeah.
Uh, that is gonna be probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most. Although I do
Hmm.
like some of these other shots here with Kong, and he's like he has like a weapon in his hand and shit, and he's swinging around like all these other big ass monsters. I wonder if those are like flashbacks or or something similar, because I don't know. I just like seeing two big creatures fight each other. And yeah, dude, this final shot of like Kong going up to smack Godzilla as the bright city lights are surrounding them is just great, man.
Yeah. The trailer
It's
got me hyped. I watched some reactions to it because when you watch something that gets you hyped, you want to see other people get hyped to it too.
oh, of course.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
and I saw some of the comments and people were saying like, "Man, it seems like Godzilla gets his ass handed to him in this trailer quite a bit." And he actually does. Kong kind of
Yeah.
beats the shit out of him. Like quite a
Yeah,
few
dude.
times, you never really see Godzilla get any real hits in, other than he shoots the beam off and fucking blows up the ship, and Kong jumps off
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I did notice that too. That Kong was just smacking him around.
so,
But
so I was wondering if they were gonna do like another trailer where it's like Godzilla's getting some hits in,
I
and then it's gonna
mean,
kind of do this kind of marketing strategy where it's one and then the other and then one then the other. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do that because we're so close now to the actual movie coming out.
I mean, we
But
still got a couple months, right? Like, what's the actual date on this?
well, we'll talk about it here when we get to the main topic. But I think it's
Gotcha.
like March 30
Yeah, we
something,
still got like
30th
another
or something,
month.
like 31st, something like that. Yeah, it's yeah, we have a couple months. But anyway, um,
It's exciting. I can't wait to see
yeah,
what happens. And
looks good.
look, we all know that they're not gonna fucking kill each other. Any of that balonies. Um, there's gonna be some hidden antagonist, and that they're gonna join forces. It always happens. Nobody wants to see Godzilla get killed. Nobody wants to see Kong die either. So I think that's what's gonna happen. Spoilers.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
It's
fun.
gonna be fun on the all the way though, for sure. Okay, what's next?
All right, next up we have all right, you ready for it? Here we go, dude.
I know what this is.
Uh, Kevin Hart has been cast to star alongside Kate Blanchett in the Borderlands movie, and
Mm-hmm.
you might be wondering who would they possibly have cast as for Kevin, or who would they possibly have cast Kevin Hart to play it in the Borderlands movie? Well, let me tell you, uh, Kevin Hart is going to be playing Roland, the skilled ex-soldier turned mercenary in the movie. So yeah, Eli Roth, who's I think directing the movie, said that I'm thrilled to be working with Kevin. Borderlands is a different kind of role for him. We are excited to thrill audiences with the sight of Kevin they've never seen before. He's going to be an amazing Roland. So obviously, Kevin Hart is more well known for his comedic roles because he's a comedian. So the way that Eli Roth was talking about him here makes it seem that he's not going to be that way
Mm-hmm.
for this, because he said he'll be an amazing role and we're going to see a side of him that we've never seen before for this role and whatnot. But with that being said, I just can't help but think that like, is this going to work? Like he would not have been somebody I would have thought of for Roland. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I was thinking about this, and when the casting news kind of came out, at first I was kind of like, I don't know, if I like that choice. But you know what? I'm willing to give the man a chance. It might be interesting to see how well he expands outside of something comedic.
Mhm.
Roland's a pretty important character for Borderlands, so shit, I'm interested. I don't know. Really, I'm kind of iffy on an entire Borderlands movie anyway, just because I don't know if you'll be able to translate that to the film as well as you can to like a video game where you're in it, right? But
Yeah,
like,
because the art style is very like specific, and
mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're gonna do this movie. I mean, it all. I think this is all gonna depend on like when we see like for like an image or the first trailer for this,
Mm,
because it's still like they're still casting people, and I don't. I mean, so far we know that Kate Blanchett and Kevin Hart are in this movie. I don't know. We don't know who else is gonna be in it for what or anything like that. So I don't know. I like Kate Blanchett. She's usually good in everything she does. Kevin Hart, obviously, comedy guy, comedian rather. I, we'll see, man. I don't know. I'll be open minded about this as well. Uh, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Well,
I don't know either.
we'll have to wait and see, I guess. But
Hmm.
it's definitely
There's a lot of that going around. A lot of wait and sees here lately.
yeah, there is, especially today with all the news we've gotten. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be one of those things that we won't know until we see it. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting casting choice because it's like it's somebody that you wouldn't think, but like at the same time, it's like who would have thought that Mr. Mom would have been Batman in the for the '89 Batman movie, or
That's fair.
who would have thought that the dude from Brokeback Mountain would have been fucking my favorite Joker ever, or
Yeah.
it's stuff like that that's very interesting, They're like, oh, this guy is doing that, or she's doing this and that, which again, it's just you won't know until you watch the whole movie, like even in a trailer,
Hmm.
you only get a glimpse of something, so you can't really like judge it off that either. So we won't know until we see the movie. We'll go ahead and move on though. Speaking of movie, Disney's Raya and the Last Dragon came out with an official trailer as well, which
Hmm.
this movie looks rad as hell.
It does.
I'm very looking forward to watching this.
There's a lot. I know you haven't played Jade Empire, but there's a lot in here that makes me think Jade Empire when I see it.
Yeah, whenever I see stuff about this movie, I always get like a bunch of different influences on it, and yeah, even though I haven't played Jade Empire, I can kind of see what you're saying. I definitely want to play that game. I plan on doing it at some point this year, but there's so many games I have that I want to play this year. I don't. We'll see which ones I get to and which ones I don't. But anyway, I plan on playing it. This movie looks awesome.
Yeah.
I like the main
Uh,
character. She looks cool.
I feel like ever since we heard about this, I was excited for it. Like, not a
Yeah,
moment have
me
I been
too.
like, I think this is going to be bad. I think it's going to be good. And I've thought it's
Yeah.
going to be good since the first moment I saw it. Character designs are great. The outfits are great. The action that they've shown is great.
Animation looks
Um,
great.
mm
Characters look good. The designs are really good. I like the setting and the
hmm, mm hmm.
kind of the vibe of everything that's going on here. It looks pretty damn cool.
We get this martial arts kind of shit
Um,
going on. Dig it.
yeah, man.
There's some pretty funny moments in this trailer as well.
Yeah. The whole like, have you ever done a group project, but there's somebody
Yeah,
who didn't
this
pitch in
part right
as much
here.
and still ended up with the same grade? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny because we've all had that. We've all been a part of that. Somebody who didn't pull
Oh,
their weight. And then yeah, the fight stuff looks like it's gonna be badass,
this
dude.
part's
So
so dope, and she's got a whip sword like out of fucking Fire Emblem, and just like a.
yeah, this movie looks
Oh, they
rad,
gonna
dude.
throw
It's
down? Fuck, I
yeah,
can't wait.
two ladies gonna throw down, bro. It's this looks so cool, dude. I can't wait to see this. This is coming out on March 5th. So
So
in a
soon.
yeah, in about like a month and a week ish. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. This is definitely again, like Josh was saying, something that I've been pretty hype about from the moment I heard about it and saw the first images and the first teaser and all that stuff. So yeah, definitely we'll be checking this out. It looks pretty awesome. So yeah, and I like the voice cast too. The voice cast is solid, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know who's in it, look it up. It's great. The main character Raya is voiced by Kelly Marie Tran, who was Rose in the sequel trilogy of Star Wars. And then they have a few other pretty well known Asian actors and actresses in it as well. Check it out; it's pretty great. Anyway, that movie looks cool. Moving on to the next piece of news here, we have Beauty and the Beast star Luke Evans joins Disney's Tom Hanks Pinocchio movie. So your homie Gaston is not only Gaston, but he's gonna be in the Pinocchio movie as well. Which the Pinocchio movie is being directed by Robert Zemeckis, you know, well known for the Back to the Future trilogy, and it's starring Tom Hanks as Geppetto. The movie was announced at Disney Investor Day in December, uh, as it will be on Disney Plus, not theaters. Um, yeah, so there's been like very little about this movie so far, like throughout, uh, from what we've heard here and there, but this is another thing that we know now is that Luke Evans is going to be in it. I don't. It doesn't say which character he'll be portraying. Oh, actually, it does. Never mind. The coachman in Pinocchio. So there you go.
Mm.
I missed that. So there you go. So he's playing the coachman in the live action retelling of Pinocchio. So there you go. That's who he will be. He's joining, like I said, Tom Hanks as Geppetto. So there you go.
I mean, anything with Tom Hanks in it's gonna be good.
Yeah, he's great.
it's almost a guarantee at this point that if you put Tom Hanks in something, it's gonna be a good movie usually.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the final piece of movie news that we have here, and it's that George Clooney has joined the Buck Rogers series for Legendary. Uh, Clooney and his Smokehouse partner Grant Heslov will executive produce a project which is being developed as a potential starring vehicle for him. Uh, uh, the actor turned filmmaker is currently in the award sphere with his one of his other movies. Um, so Buck Rogers, as we know, is a very like old like character, and in terms of like sci-fi kind of dealio, he's one of the OGs, right? Like it says here that the character of Rogers first appeared in the story titled Armageddon 2419, and it was published in 1928.
Oh
So this
Lord.
so this is an old character. Uh Buck Rogers was turned into a comic strip simply titled Buck Rogers in 1929 by the John F. Dilko, where the character's popularity exploded across the country. Toys, radio plays, comic books, and a movie serial followed. This is interesting because the last time Rogers was prominently on screen was in the late 1970s in the NBC short-lived series Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. So there hasn't been anything like any movie, like there hasn't been a movie or a show or anything like that for Buck Rogers since the late 70s. That's nuts, dude. I think this is a good series to bring back because it's been
Mm-hmm.
like forever. It's not like, what's something that they've done over and over. Okay, like Spider-Man, for example, that there's
Yeah.
been like three reboots in the past, or there's been three versions of it the past 20 years, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I always prefer them to do something that hasn't been done in a long time, because you can only go up, you know what I mean? You can only go up from there. So I think this is always cool when they do stuff like that hasn't been around for a long time. Another thing that I think that they could do is like Flash Gordon, because it hasn't been around since the 80s.
Uh-huh.
So something like that would be cool if they redid again. So I basically I'm all about them bringing back old shit that hasn't been around forever, and then taking it and spinning it into a new modern, getting a new modern take on it. Like another thing that I would like for them to do is listen. I love the Rocketeer, the 1991 movie, but how
Mm-hmm.
cool would a modern version of that be?
Be dope.
Like it'd be amazing. I would love for Disney to do a new Rocketeer movie, man. I love the original so much, but like if they did like a new like, just imagine how it would look nowadays with all the technology that we have now. Like it'd be fucking amazing. But anyway, Buck Rogers coming back. That'll be interesting. I'm As Josh said earlier, I will watch his career with great interest. But yeah, that's what we have here, and that's the end of our news for the day. So
That is the news, ladies and gentlemen.
there you go. Quick little bit of news there today.
Yes.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Before we head into the main topic, though, I need to take a quick little break, but
All right. We're going
we
to take
will
a break,
be we'll be
guys.
we'll be back though for sure.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages. I'll put some music on for you, and we will be back right after this.
Indeed.
Hello, everyone, and we are back and ready to hit part 2 of the Clockwork Cantina.
So we're gonna be heading into our main topic here,
Yes.
which is the preview for the games and movies of the year. So last year, last year, before the world turned to shit
Yes.
and everything got delayed, and the world became the awful place that we're in now.
When we still had dreams of Cyberpunk being amazing.
Back when we had dreams of all sorts, uh, we separated these videos into two different ones. We had a version for both games and movies. Uh, like they were their own separate videos. Um, but this year, with all the delays and all the unknowns and everything that's going on, we kind of figured why not throw them in together, because first of all, there probably I mean, there may not be a whole lot to discuss here, because that's just the way that it goes. Things on this list that we talk about today could very well be delayed into next year or
Mm-hmm.
indefinitely or whatever. But yeah, that's the reason why. We just last year we separated into two different parts. This year we're just gonna put them together and give you a preview for both of them. Uh, so yeah, let's just without any further ado, I believe we have stated that and why we chose to do that this year and everything. So now that we're doing them together, let's just go ahead and talk about it, shall we? So
All right, let's hit it. What do you want to start with? You want to start
we're
with
we're
games?
we're doing games first, yeah.
Games first. All
We're
right.
doing games first because I figure we're doing, in every week when we talk about our news, we do games, TV, movies, right?
Yeah.
So for
Makes sense to me.
why not do games and movies? So your games first and then movies rather. So that's how we'll do it. But yeah, here we go. So obviously we're doing this at the end of the month of January. So some things have already come out. Like I mentioned earlier in the show that Hitman 3 released earlier this month.
Mm-hmm.
So that's already out. That's one of the big games of January. But yeah, so let's go ahead and let's talk about briefly about January here real quick about stuff that has already come out. Uh, so here we have a list here of games that released this month. Out of all the games that you see there, Josh, that you have open in that list, um, if, if you have it open,
I do.
is there anything in there that you're like, I want to try this out at some point, or because now that they're out, you can basically play them whenever.
Hitman 3.
Mhm.
I want to try out. I'm kind of interested in the medium. It just came out like a couple days ago.
Like yeah, like 2 days ago, yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
But other than that, that's really it just for January. Those are kind of like the only two that really kind of scream out at me.
Hmm.
I don't know which list you have. I have the Game Informer 2021 list up, so that's what I'm using to
Okay,
see what's all coming.
yeah,
Which
okay.
is,
I,
if
I have
anybody
it.
at home wants to follow, it's this.
I have a list from GameSpot that I'm looking
Gotcha.
at. So for me, in the month of January, um, Hitman 3, yeah, I agree with that one. That one looks pretty good. Um, the Medium also, yeah, I will agree with that one. That one looks pretty cool too. Although that being said, I don't know a whole lot about the Medium, so I'm not really sure like what it's about or anything like that. But I have been hearing about this game. I haven't really been seeing anybody play it either because again, it just came out not too long ago. But I am intrigued. Um, but yeah, I just don't know a whole lot about it. So I have to do some research into that game and see what it's all about. But it looks pretty, from what I've seen, it's intriguing enough. Um, And then another thing that I would like to get eventually is the Yakuza Remastered Collection,
Yes, it's also on my list.
which is pretty cool. I'll probably end up getting that for the PC because I haven't played any of the Yakuza games. I have Yakuza 0 on my Steam already, but I haven't played it yet. I will play it at some point. But again, backlog is huge, so we're getting through it slowly but surely. Um, but yeah, I think for the month of January, that's about it for me. I mean, the Scott Pilgrim game is pretty cool, but that's like not a new game. It's like a it's the complete edition, so it's like the remaster or whatever of the game that came out like 10 years ago. So anyway, um, yeah. So okay, let's go ahead and move on to February then, if that's all.
Yes.
So looking at February, is there anything here that interests you? I can maybe guess one thing on this list, but other than that, I'm not really sure what. Like I'll tell you right now, looking through this list in February, there isn't really anything that I'm looking forward to. Like it's just gonna be one of those months where I don't get anything
Uh,
because
I
I'm
got a
just like,
couple things.
mhm.
I am just gonna mention the control for the next gen. That's gonna be pretty cool. I have it on the
Mhm.
PC, but the next gen is getting control
Yeah, I
out
also
there.
have it on PC, but I need to play it at some point.
Um, exactly, same. Werewolf the Apocalypse. We've seen trailers for that. I'm kind of interested in it. Um, if it's the same one that I'm thinking of, there's a couple different werewolf games coming. I think. Um, it's like a werewolf role playing game, which it's set in the world of darkness. So yes, this is like so the world of darkness setting is isn't that like Vampire the Masquerade and all that too? I believe it is.
Okay.
Um,
Hmm.
so I am definitely kind of interested in it, especially since it's a role playing game and you play a werewolf. So interested in that.
Interesting.
Um, I might actually dip my toe into the Neo games since they're getting like the remaster. Well, that's for the PlayStation 5s. But
Yeah,
but but
there's a
but I still
Neo,
wanna
yeah,
I
Neo
still wanna dip my
collection for
toe.
PS5. Yeah.
I still wanna dip my toe into Neo at some point because I never have.
Okay.
Um, Persona 5 Strikers I'm interested in. It's kind of like a Dynasty Warriors, but Persona 5, and I believe it's like a little bit of a kind of a sequel to the Persona 5,
Mhm.
from what I've heard from previews. So I'm interested in that.
Okay.
Um, and Bravely Default 2 for the Switch. I played the original Bravely Default, which I think was on the 3DS.
Yeah.
Um, and I really like JRPGs, and so I'm interested in Bravely Default 2. I like the first one.
Cool. 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 I know that there's other stuff this month, like Little Nightmares 2, that some people may be interested. Like Miss Nasty
Mm-hmm.
Stig in the chat here, I know will be very interested in Little Nightmares 2, coming out on February 11th. That's pretty soon. Uh, and then yeah, that werewolf game. Now that you talk a little bit more about it, I'm a little intrigued by that now. Not gonna lie. There's also for the Nintendo people, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, February 12th for the Switch. Um, but yeah, there's yeah, I don't know. There isn't super a whole lot of things for me this month, I would say. Uh, so yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is March. March, we have a number of things here. I can see some that I'm interested in for sure already. Um, but yeah, what do you see in here, Josh, that you're like, oh, I definitely
honestly,
wanna.
honestly, not a whole lot for me this go round. Monster Hunter Rise for the Switch, kind of interested in, and Evil Genius 2, World Domination, definitely interested in that. Other than that, not a whole lot for me in March. I don't know if maybe my list might not be up to date if there's other things on there, but
Well,
I'll let you go and then you can.
okay, so they're doing a Yakuza Like a Dragon PS5 version. They're
Yes.
doing Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning for the Switch. I am intrigued by the Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake. However, with that being said, we mentioned it before, but like I I hate to say this, but the game doesn't look as good as it like I thought it would.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't know really, but I am intrigued by that game for sure. Um, and then even though I don't have a PS5, I am interested in Returnal because at some point I will have a PS5 and I will play Returnal.
Oh, I don't have
So
Returnal on my list.
so I definitely want to try that out. That game looks like a lot of fun. It's coming on April. Wait, they might have switched that over to April then because it says wait a minute. When I in the list that I have here it says March 18th, but then when I click or March 19th rather, but when I click on the thing itself it says April 30th. So I need to do a quick double check and see what the correct release date on this because your I don't know if your list is right or if my list is right.
Yeah, my list doesn't even have it on here. But I pulled up your list too, just in case, so I see it. I see what you're seeing.
Returnal March 19th is what it says. Yeah.
Hmm.
So March. Okay, yeah. So there you go. Uh yeah. So again, that's a game that I'm very intrigued by.
But
I don't currently have a PS5, so I won't be able to play it right
but
away, but
Daniel, when
I am
I
excited
when
about
I
it.
clicked on it, it has an article that says it's delayed to April.
Really?
Yes, there's a
Uh,
GameSpot article on here that says PlayStation 5 exclusive Returnal delayed to
okay,
April.
so then whoever makes these lists, I'm very disappointed in you guys.
Yeah, you didn't update it. GameSpot, you suck.
Yeah.
You even
Anyway,
have an
so
article that says delayed to April, and you still have it this March.
well, no,
Oh my goodness.
if you look at the list, they have it for April as well.
Oh
They
god.
they just never took it off of March. Why GameSpot?
Shame.
Why would you do this? Anyway,
Shame.
so okay, so I'm gonna stop talking about Returnal because we're still in March then. Anyway, uh, so Yakuza 6, A Song of Life. That again, that's just me being interested in the Yakuza games, even though I haven't played any of them. I'll play through those eventually, but yeah. Terminator Resistance Enhanced. I want to play Terminator Resistance.
I do too.
That game looks like a blast. I hear good things about it. Uh, we'll probably play that sometime this year, maybe. But yeah, that's they're coming out. That's the updated version for the enhanced version for PS5. So yeah, honestly, then yeah, this month doesn't really have a whole lot other than probably the Prince of Persia game for me, and yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see to see how that ends up turning out because like I said, I wish I kind of wish the game looked better. Not gonna lie.
Mhm.
But yeah, if that's it for March, then there's also like a Disco Elysium final cut for those interested in that, and Josh mentioned Evil Genius 2, and then there's that one game It Takes Two, you know, from the fuck the Oscars guy, you know, that game's coming out. Balan Wonderland. I mean, or Wonderworld. I don't know. They're just yeah. For me, those games are not my kind of games. But all right, let's go ahead and move on to April. So April, I mentioned Returnal already in March. Uh, that one is the one that I'm interested in. But again, I don't have a PS5 currently, so that one will have to be. I'll have to wait down the line for that. But I am intrigued in that game. And then also for April, new Pokemon Snap for sure. That's like the one that I definitely for nostalgia reasons probably more than anything, just because I really like the OG fucking Pokemon Snap, you know.
Mhm.
So that's probably the main reason why I want to play that one. Um but yeah, it looks like a fun, neat little chill game, so I definitely wanna play that for sure.
Gotcha.
Uh and then I think that might be Outriders looks
I'm interested in Outriders, but I want to see more. I feel like we haven't seen a whole lot of it, to be honest.
yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
um, I'll probably watch some streamers play that one before I make a decision on it. Humankind, I'm interested in. That's kind of like that
The Civish game, yeah.
Civish game. I usually play those turn-based kind of guys, and it's developed by Amplitude Studios and going to be published by Sega. And
Mhm.
So definitely interested in those and that. I'm also kind of interested in the Pokemon Snaps, and I will probably watch somebody play Returnal just to see what it's about. I don't know if I'll play it, but I definitely watch somebody play it.
Sounds good. Well, I guess this leads us into May, which we have Resident Evil Village. You can have the vampire mommy stomp on your face or whatever the hell you want. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Uh, I haven't played Resident Evil 7, so I don't know if that has any connection to Resident Evil Village at
I think
all.
I think Village is a sequel to Seven. I think it uses the same character.
Okay, well then I probably won't. That'll probably be a game that I watch somebody play then because I haven't even seen 7 at all really a whole lot. So
I kind of want to play Seven and then play Village. And I don't even
there
play
you
these
go.
types of games really.
So yeah, that'll probably be one that I watch somebody play. Just so we can see all the big vampire mommies and the, all that stuff walking around looking like a bunch of demonic sexy vampire women. Uh let's see. Hood Outlaws and Legends. I'm not really sure what
So
this
I know
is.
I know a little bit about this. Hood Outlaws
All
and
right.
Legends is like this. It's kind of like a PvP VE kind of game where you play rival gangs and do like multiplayer heists, and you
Mhm.
move in and all stealthy and steal treasures and stuff. It has combat and stuff like that. I'm kind of interested in it, although the PvP part of it kind of makes me. I don't know if I like it, but
Mhm.
I'm definitely it's. I'm a big Robin Hood fan. So it looks pretty too.
Okay. 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 Okay.
You know what I should have been doing this entire time is playing trailers for shit as we talked about it.
Yeah. Well, we have the rest of the year to go through. Deathloop is the other one in this month that looks interesting. That is the Bethesda like we've talked about this game already on the podcast
Mhm.
before.
It's kind
It's
of
the one where
Dishonored like too as well, kind of.
yeah, it's very I mean Arcane is working on it, right? So yeah.
Hmm.
Arcane Leon, yeah. Looks pretty cool. If at first you don't succeed, die and die again. Yeah, it looks very intriguing to me. I will probably be checking this out at some point. And then obviously Biomutant on the 25th. That's another game that we were just talking about that finally has a release date. So yeah, at the end of the month there, two intriguing games, and then of course Resident Evil at the top of the month on the 7th of May. So May is a pretty interesting month, shaping up to be an interesting month, uh, despite not having a whole lot there right now. Um, yeah. Uh, and then at this point, this is where we start getting into the unknown territory because
Hmm.
for June and October, we only really have a couple things, and there's nothing for July or August or like there's a bunch of other games that are supposed to be coming out this year, but it's kind of like we'll see when they come out. There's just some point this year, which we'll talk about them here in a little bit,
Yeah,
June 22nd, Back for Blood.
which you played or
I've played
tried.
I've played the I forget
It
which
was a
version of
it
the
was a
game it was.
beta. Was it a beta or alpha?
I forget if it was like an alpha or something, but it's basically like a World War Z slash Left 4 Dead ish game where
Which I'm about.
you're a group of 4 people and you kill zombies and that kind of stuff. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was pretty cool seeing the different types of zombies and things that they had. So yeah, I've tried it out. It was pretty fun. They have like this card system where you have like perks and abilities and kind of whatnot type deal. It was pretty neat. Uh, there's a box where you can buy like attachments for your guns and like you know ammo and things like that. So that's pretty neat as well. That's kind of what keeps it like different from Left 4 Dead and that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, it was pretty cool for what it was. Hoping that they add more to it off of that. but I only got to play like really like one level. So yeah, um, yeah, we'll see what else to do with that game, but it's pretty fun. And then October we have at some point in October, because there's no exact date. We have for the PS5 and PC Ghostwire Tokyo and also Stray. Both games, which both games, both of these, I'm very intrigued by.
Oh,
Um,
Stray's that cat game. I was like, what is Stray again?
Stray's the cat game, yeah, the PS5 cat game, which I'm about. It looks like it could be pretty cool, man. I'm intrigued by it. I'll give it a shot. I'll play it. Uh,
Daniel's just like, can my cat be green?
I mean, as long as I don't care what color my cat is, as long as it looks cool, you know. Yeah. So yeah, Stray the cat game coming in October. I definitely want to check that out. Looks like a cool little game. And then Ghostwire Tokyo, that looks pretty neat too. I don't I'm it looks awesome. Definitely like throw up a trailer or something because it's pretty great if you guys haven't seen this game. It looks very intriguing. So also coming in October, that game. And then we just have a bunch of other games that are they're kind of like unconfirmed for any time of the year. We have that 12 minutes game.
I'm super interested in this because like they showed off that trailer and didn't have any like voices or anything, but they've since added James McAvoy, Daisy Ridley, and I think fucking Willem Dafoe are all gonna voice the characters in this. So this is like that game where the dude's stuck in like a time loop.
Mhm.
That's an adventure game and there's like different endings and stuff like that. Takes place over 12 minutes and then it loops back around. Super interested in that, especially after they put that. I mean, those are big names, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely.
So definitely interested in that.
Absolutely. Um Looking through the list, what's some other stuff that calls out to you? Like for me, I'm going in like alphabetical order. So like uh there's like the Dark Pictures anthology House of Ashes. That's one of those games where like I like people watch and play those kinds of games, even though I haven't played it myself. The anthology games of those. Um, that one's coming out at some point this year, probably like towards the end of the year, if I had to imagine, like in October or something, or November. Uh, Chris Tales, have you seen that game? I actually tried out the demo for this
Chris
on
Tales.
Steam, and the like style of it looks kind of cool. It's kind of like a little
Oh,
JRPG.
it's a JRPG. Gotcha.
Yeah, I
No,
feel
I
like that.
haven't. I haven't looked at this.
I feel like that might be your kind of dealio, maybe.
I feel like we saw a trailer for this at one of the like the Summer Games Fest things.
Yeah, we did. We saw it. We saw it somewhere. I forget where, but we definitely seen it. Um,
What's
Chivalry
Dig?
2. There's that. What else? Cyberpunk 2077 for fucking the next gen or the current gen, I should say, PS5 and Xbox X. Um, Dynasty Warriors 9. Oh, here we go. There's a fucking Elden Ring, which should be coming
Yeah,
out
I
at some
know. I know.
point.
People are like, "Does this game even exist anymore?"
Yeah, Evil Dead the game that looks cool, dude. The
Yeah,
Evil
that looked
Dead game
cool.
that
Um,
I'm interested about for
uh,
sure.
Earth Defense EDF, Earth Defense Force. Those ridiculous games are pretty fun to
Oh
watch people
yeah,
play.
dude. Heck yeah. I've seen like Derper play those. Those look pretty cool.
They're ridiculous, but uh,
Um, Hopefully we'll s- we'll we'll see if we get any information about God of War Ragnarok. I don't know when that's. They said 2021, but I mean, I feel like that's too early. So
that
that'll
Evil
probably.
West game we saw a trailer for looked pretty cool. Sorry, I'm
Oh
skipping
yeah,
down my
Evil
list.
West. Yeah, no, it did. That looked cool. Gotham Knights is one that I'm really looking forward to. I don't think that has a release date, but I'm super looking forward to that game.
Yeah,
That's
the
like
new
that's
Far
one of
Cry looks pretty cool too.
Yeah, Gotham Knights is one of my most anticipated of the year. Far Cry with fucking Giancarlo. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, what else we got here? Oh, here you go, Josh. Halo Infinite, dude.
Nah,
Yeah,
I was looking right at it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna skip over that.
now I'm looking
For
forward
those
to
of you that don't know, I don't like Halo at all.
Yeah, Josh doesn't like Halo. But anyway, Horizon Forbidden West. Definitely looking forward to that game. I love Horizon.
Yes.
Horizon Zero Dawn is my game of the year for 2017. So I'm very excited for the sequel of that. That'll be fun. Kena and the Bridge of Spirits. That looks fun too. Shit, this kind of looks like fucking Raya a little bit, man. That movie trailer we were watching earlier. Fucking Kena Bridge of Spirits. That game looks like it's
Yeah,
gonna be
that looked cool.
a cute, fun little game. Fucking Mass Effect Legendary Edition is coming out at some point this year.
Yes.
So I'll be
Oh.
checking that out. Hopefully when that comes out.
Lego Star Wars, man, the new one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I'm 100% gonna be all over that. I can't wait for that game. That
Let's
is one that
see.
I am super looking forward to. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, definitely.
Yeah.
They recently announced that Babu Frick is gonna be a playable character. Like yes, Babu Frick.
Let me tell you, everybody's waiting for the new Madden. Let me tell you all about it.
Oh man, Madden 2022. Yeah, dude.
I don't remember the last Madden game I bought, actually.
Mine was 07, dude. So that's how long ago for me. Uh, let's see. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Quarantine. Oh, here we go. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. That one's definitely looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really have a release date. Warhammer 40K Dark Tide, obviously, definitely looking forward to that. Yeah, there's just unfortunately so many games where we're like, I don't know when that's coming out. It may be coming out this year, maybe not. We'll see, but yeah. Fucking
Plus the stuff we don't even know about yet.
Overwatch 2, bro. When is that coming out? It's
I don't
been like
know.
it's been like 5 years since the first
I feel
game.
like Blizzard hasn't talked about it all that much lately.
Come on, Blizz.
They're too busy writing shitty characters in World of Warcraft.
Damn, bro. Tell me about that dank Overwatch 2, man. I want that sweet PvE action, man. Give me
You
that
have to get Blizzard off Sylvanas' dick long enough to do that, you know.
give me that campaign mode, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope they so BlizzCon is in February this year. Is that
Yeah, they're having like a digital event,
okay?
I
Okay,
think.
so I'm looking at a thing here for Overwatch 2, and it says director Jeff Kaplan promises more news about Overwatch 2 is coming at the virtual only BlizzCon. Okay, so there you go.
Well,
February 2020. So next month. We're not, when is that, by the way? Let me look up the date for that. Meanwhile, Josh, you can keep naming off stuff that you find.
Skull and Bones, that game we've heard about for
Dude,
years.
I've been signed up for the beta for that game for years.
I feel like it's too late now, to be honest. I think they waited too long.
I've been signed up for the beta for that for years. What the hell happened to that game, man?
State of Decay 3, I'm kind of interested in. That trailer, we saw it. We've only seen like one trailer for it, but I love the zombie survival shit.
Yeah, I'm all about the zombie survival shit too. Okay, so here it is. BlizzCon is going to be February 19th through 20. So
Okay, so we got a little bit on it.
you got a little bit of waiting time on that. Oh, I hope they don't cancel it. That would be awful if they cancel it. But anyway, yeah. What else you see on there? Let's see. I'm looking through this list. I kind of have already really named off a lot of the stuff
Yeah,
that I'm looking
same,
forward
same.
to. I'm trying to see if there's anything else in here that I
Is
may
the
have missed.
Settlers related to like the Settlers RTS dealio? I think it is. Let me look at this.
Maybe I'm not sure.
I'm kind of interested. I'm interested in that. I love those little silly city building games. There's stuff on here I don't know the names of, so I'm just like I'm opening the articles to see what the fuck they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, I guess that's probably the gist of all the games we're looking forward to.
Again, I'm kind of interested in the Waylanders because I think they have some BioWare devs working on that.
Okay. But yeah, that's
Uh,
probably gonna be the gist of it because who knows like what is actually gonna be coming out this year or not.
KOTOR remaster. Where's it at? It's coming. I'm
Oh,
telling you.
dude, I've been waiting since 2013, bro. The
All
whole
right, small segue here when we're talking about game stuff. Still, I saw rumors, which they're rumors, grain of salt rumors. We talked about them a little bit last week, but there was more developments this week in those rumors. Where there's a studio that's supposedly working on a remaster for KOTOR that has a ton of I. They're either working on the remaster of KOTOR or they're making a new KOTOR. Supposedly, rumors, grain of salt.
I've heard this as
No,
well. Yeah.
nothing official. But supposedly, if you looked at their LinkedIn page, they had a ton of people that were ex Bioware devs there. Which kind of is like, if I was gonna redo that, I'd hire a bunch of ex Bioware people to do that. So, grain of salt, something to look at in the future. Is it finally happening? Who knows? But what is Weird West? What is this? Oh, it's a Devolver game. Interesting.
Yeah. So if you guys know
Anything
me,
else on
you
here?
know that I've been looking forward to a KOTOR remake forever or a new version of that. So I yeah,
That'd be pretty metal.
I can't wait. Can't wait. But anyway,
Honestly, just a lot of we have a lot of blank spaces in this year. Uh and there's going to be things getting announced that'll be released this year that we haven't seen yet, and I'm probably the truth is there's really not a whole lot I'm super looking forward to so far this year, to be honest. Like I'm excited for some things, but nothing like to
yeah.
grab me really, to really yank me like that's what I want and I want it now. I can't
Which
wait.
which which might be a good thing because
Mm-hmm.
you know, do we really want another cyberpunk debacle again this year, you know? So yeah.
Mm-mm. It's a good year to get you clean out your backlog a little bit too.
Yeah, which I'm always grateful for because I always have a backlog, so that is exciting. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the movie portion of this since we're done with the game.
Now this I need to look at 2021
So I have a list
movie
here from
releases.
movieinsider.com. So let's go ahead and talk about uh well, we're gonna go ahead and skip January because I mean there hasn't really been anything that's come out this month, right?
Gotcha. All
Um,
right. I have the list open.
all right. So we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and move on to February. So looking through February, I mean, obviously in the movie list, there's gonna be a lot of stuff in here that we probably won't be mentioning just because there's just way too many movies coming out every year. So we'll probably only mention the stuff that we probably want to talk about, or are looking forward to or anything like that. So if you're looking at February, besides Tom and Jerry, no, I'm kidding. What are you looking forward to in February, if anything? Because maybe you're not looking forward to anything in February.
Let me look through this entire dealio here.
There is a lot of movies. There's like
Yeah, they
Malcolm
have
and
it. They have it spread out over days too, and not just like
yeah, it's the whole month.
um.
There's like Malcolm and Marie. There's the Tom and Jerry movie coming
I
out
I'll just
on the
be honest with you.
26th.
None of that looks like it's interesting to me.
Really? Not even the Billie Eilish "The World's a Little Blurry" documentary? I'm kidding.
No.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm kind of in agreement. The Tom and Jerry movie we've talked about here before because we've seen the trailer for it, and that movie
Looks
just
whack.
it looks. I just I'm just not I'm not generally not a huge fan of like I'm just generally not a huge fan of like animated stuff going into like live action, which might be a bit hypocritical of me because I love Space Jam,
It's true.
but I think that's the exception to the rule because I generally don't like that kind of stuff, but I do love Space Jam. Um so yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of movies coming out in February, but I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be watching a lot of these. Uh Yeah, I think like the probably the biggest thing coming out that month is probably, yeah, Tom and Jerry. Like that's gonna get all the
Yeah.
kids. It's gonna get all the kids and everybody to go watch it. You know. There's obviously going to be like indie movies and whatnot coming out that month, and some of those may end up being good. But I honestly haven't heard a whole lot about it. I think the only other movie that I've heard a whole lot about is Malcolm and Marie, which is that Netflix drama with what's his name? What's her name? Zendaya and John David Washington. Uh, um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. A Glitch in the Matrix. That's a documentary. I haven't really heard about that, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on past February because there just isn't. Honestly, I'm just not educated enough on a bunch of these movies.
March looks better.
March, we have. Here you go. I see one already. Raya and the Last Dragon. Definitely,
Yep, definitely.
definitely looking forward to that. Cannot wait. We talked about it a little bit earlier. That's the new Disney animated movie. Very excited for that. Definitely gonna be checking that out. Chaos
Chaos
Walking.
Walking. Yeah.
Chaos Walking with Tom Holland, Mads Mikkelsen, David Oyelowo, uh, Tom Holland, or actually we already mentioned Tom Holland, Daisy Ridley, I should say, Nick Jonas, so on and so forth, Kurt Sutter, you know, Cynthia Erivo, Erivo, my bad. Yeah, Chaos Walking, Ray and the Last Dragon. Those are two for me for sure that I want to check out. Coming to
To
America.
America.
Yeah,
The
Coming to
sequel.
America, the sequel for Coming to America.
Interested in that.
Definitely want to check that out. Uh yeah, the first movie is great. Very curious what they're gonna do with the second movie years later. Um, it's apparently coming to Amazon Studios. So if you have or at Prime Video, I should say. So if you have
Hmm.
Amazon, it'll be on that on the 5th of March. The 5th of March. Um, yeah, those are the ones that I'm pretty looking forward to. What else we got here? We have uh Godzilla versus Kong, obviously at the end of March.
Yep.
That one obviously we've mentioned already how much we're looking forward to that. So this movie has been getting its release date pushed around a lot. It's coming out on March 31st because it was originally coming out on the 26th, but then it got pushed back to the 31st. So
Gotcha.
that's the correct release date, March 31st, end of the month. Very exciting, very 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 exciting for that. Anything else for you in March?
No, I've moved on to April.
All right, so we're going to April now. April, we have Nobody, which I definitely want to see.
Super interested in Nobody.
Nobody is the like John Wick esque movie, uh, starring fucking Better Call Saul. What's his name? Why am I blanking out? I know his name, Bob Odenkirk. I thought of it right away. Bob Odenkirk. This is the John Wick esque style movie with Bob Odenkirk, which is very, very interesting. I definitely want to check that out. Definitely want to check that out. That is coming out on the 2nd of April. And then on the 16th of April, we have Mortal
Oh,
Kombat.
Combat.
Yeah, so
Which we
that's
haven't
coming out
seen a
on the.
trailer for yet. We've only seen
No,
like a few
we
set
haven't.
pictures.
We've seen our boy Steve Harvey as Jax. Uh, and I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's the guy from Supergirl. What's his name? Uh, fuck. Why am I forgetting his name? But the black dude from who's Jimmy Olsen from Supergirl. That guy. He's
I
gonna
don't
be
remember
Jack.
his name.
We've seen a picture of that guy. We've seen a couple other things here and there. Uh, yeah, but that we'll see what happens with that.
I hope it's fun. I
Yeah,
don't
we
expect
hope
it to win
so.
any awards, but I want it to be like fun.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
uh,
Uh, so after Mortal Kombat, we have let's see, BIOS. I'm not really sure what BIOS is.
it's
It's a
got
Tom Hanks movie.
Tom Hanks is in it.
Might end up being good though. Yeah. Reminiscence has a pretty good cast as well. Hugh Jackman, Cliff Curtis, Rebecca Ferguson. So we have some pretty interesting movies here. With
Here's a drama with Kevin Hart in it. You might get to see him.
oh, is it Fatherhood?
Uh, yeah, it's fatherhood. You might get to see him be not as comedic, but more of a
There you
drama.
go. Yeah, yeah. You might get a little
So
taste of that before Borderlands. Yeah. The plot or the little synopsis is: a father becomes a sole caretaker for a newborn daughter after losing his beloved wife. So yeah, that might be a little bit more hard hitting than some of the other stuff he's done in the past. Uh, what else is coming out here?
hmm,
Um, The Asset. What the heck is this about? It has Sam Jackson in it, Michael Keaton.
some sort of action flick.
It involves the world's best assassins, Rembrandt and Anna, who share a mysterious past from Vietnam. They've been competing for high-profile contracts around the world. Anna and Rembrandt must form an unlikely alliance when Anna's mentor is murdered. They travel to Vietnam to find the killer. Interesting. Okay, that sounds intriguing. I might want to check that out. Last Night in Soho
It's a horror
on Anya Taylor Joy. Interesting. Interesting. It's a psychological horror film set in London. That might be interesting. I might want to check that out. I like the sound of that. Matt Smith is in it. Who's in? Well, let's see who's involved. Diana Rigg, Matt Smith, Edgar Wright, Anya Taylor Joy, Terrence Stamp. Oh damn. Okay. 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 I didn't know about this movie, but now I do. I'll definitely be
hmm
keeping an eye on it. Last Night in Soho. That's what it's called. And again, it's a psychological horror film set in London. All right. Intriguing. I'm intrigued. May.
Yes,
All right, May. So, um,
I mean Black Widow immediately.
Black Widow, yeah, the first one for sure. That's really the one that the biggest one of the month for me, definitely. We all know what this is, so I don't really have to. We
hmm
don't really have to tell you what it's about or anything, you know. And if you really need to tell me, if you really want me to tell you, it's Black Widow from Marvel. All right, there you go.
Yeah,
It's not about the spider, in case you're wondering. Uh, it's not a spider documentary about you know about the Black Widows or anything. It's the Marvel movie. Anyway, definitely looking forward to Black Widow. I was pretty hyped about that movie last year. I was bummed that it was that it was pushed. But yeah. What else we have here for the month of May?
Free Guy. That's that
Oh yeah, Free Guy. It's the video game NPC movie
with Ryan Reynolds
with Ryan Reynolds and my
and
girl Jodie Comer and
Taika
Taika
Waititi's in
Waititi. Yeah. That seems pretty cool. I've liked the trailers that we've seen from that so far. So very, very intrigued on that. Definitely. Here's the plot, if you're wondering. A bank teller is stuck in his routine, discovers that he's a background character in an open world action adventure video game, Free City, and he is the only one capable of saving his world. So there you go. That seems cool. Definitely interested in that. Hope it's good because we need more good video game movies. But
Uh, This movie called Spiral is apparently like a Saw reboot
oh yeah,
kind of
hmm
deal.
yeah. Spiral. It's the terrifying new chapter from the Book of Saw. Yeah, it has Chris Rock in it, Sam Jackson. Uh, yeah. I heard about this before they changed the name to Spiral or whatever. Yeah, I'll definitely be curious about that one as well.
Interesting.
Uh, yeah, I kind of like stop watching the Saw movies after a certain point, but I'll definitely give this one a shot. So about Spiral, a sadistic mastermind unleashes a twisted form of justice in Spiral, the terrifying new chapter of this book of Saw. Working in the shadow of an esteemed police veteran, Samuel L. Jackson, brash detective Ezekiel Zeke Banks, Chris Rock, and his rookie partner Max Minghella take charge of a grisly investigation into murders that are eerily reminiscent of the city's gruesome past. Unwittingly entrapped in a deepening mystery, Zeke finds himself at the center of the killer's morbid game.
Interesting.
So yeah, there you go. That's the new Saw movie. And then what else we have in May? We have Furious 9, which I don't really care about, to be
Nah.
honest. I'm not into the Fast and the Furious movies, but if you are, then you have that to look forward to. Um, so that's coming out in May 28th. Uh, Cruella, the
Cruella.
Cruella Deville movie starring Emma Stone, I
Emma
believe.
Stone.
Also will include Glenn Close, Emma Thompson. Uh, yeah, that's the 101 Dalmatians villain, Cruella Deville. So that'll be interesting. I'll check it out. I think this is gonna be like a Disney Plus movie, so I'll give that a go. Or actually, no, actually, that might be an actual movie coming out in theaters. Never mind. But I'll probably end up watching it on Disney Plus at
Uh,
some point.
I was looking at this Infinite movie.
Mhm.
It has Mark Wahlberg in it. It's got Marky Mark in it. I'm gonna read you the synopsis, and then I
Okay.
want you to guess what it sounds like to me.
Okay.
For Evan Macaulay, skills he has never learned, and memories of places he's never visited haunt his daily life. Self-medicated and on the brink of a mental breakdown, a secret group that call themselves Infinites come to his rescue, revealing to him that his memories are real, but they are from multiple past lives. The Infinites bring Evan into their extraordinary world, where a gifted few are given the ability to be reborn with their memories and knowledge accumulated over centuries. With crucial secrets buried in his past, Evan must work with the Infinites to unlock the answers in his memory in a race against time to save humanity from one of their own who seeks to destroy it. Friends, I give you Assassin's Creed. That is literally what it sounds like to me.
I was trying to think of like what is that, but now that you say that, yeah, I can kind of see it.
uh, it's got Marky Mark and
Chiwetel Ejiofor is in it as well.
yeah, whose name I will just butcher.
Yeah, Chiwetel
Uh,
Ejiofor, Marky Mark, Antoine Fuqua,
it's involved in it. Hey, it might be
Lorenzo
good.
Di
Who knows?
Bonaventura. Yeah, okay.
But when I read it, I immediately thought, oh, this is Assassin's Creed, but not it's not named Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
Um,
Interesting.
yeah, Antoine
Uh,
Fuqua is the director. So,
yeah, he's pretty good. June, June.
oh, Chris Evans is originally supposed to be in this. Interesting. Cool.
So
I'm interested in that.
The Conjuring 3. Is that what this is?
I've never
Or
watched any of them, so I have no clue.
how many of these Conjuring movies are there? Anyway, The Conjuring Devil Made Me Do It. It's coming out in June apparently. I don't know why June and not like October or something, but hey. Yeah, I forget which one. I forget which of the Conjuring movies I have seen, but they're coming out with a new one. Patrick Wilson, James Wan, uh, Vera Farmiga. You know the people from those movies. They gonna be in the next one as well. Um, so yeah, if you're a fan of those movies, you're getting another one. But I'm sure you already knew that. What else we got here? Vivo.
That's some Sony Pictures animation thing. I never heard of this.
Vivo follows a monkey with a thirst for adventure and a passion for music. Makes a treacherous passage from Havana to Miami to fulfill his destiny. Okay,
Interesting.
right? Not a whole lot to
Yeah,
go off.
Lin Manuel Miranda's involved in it. Apparently.
Let's see. Spirit Untamed, dude. Oh my god, remember that horse movie Spirit?
But I think we mentioned it last night at
Yeah,
one point.
at one point we did. Yeah. Samaritan. What is this? Sylvester Stallone. Described as a dark, fresh take on the superhero genre. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, they had like a picture of him or something. Like he's like a superhero that gets kind of like forced out, kind of deal, or something like that. It looked interesting.
It's an MGM movie. Okay, okay. I'll be keeping an eye on that because I'm curious about the dark, fresh take on the superhero genre. Luca. There you go, Luca.
You get the
That
it's a Disney movie, Disney
that
Pixar.
is that is a that is the next Pixar movie about a coming of age adventure set in Italy. A young boy living on the Italian Riviera shares adventures with his newfound best friend, but a dark secret about his true identity seeks to threaten that bond.
He's actually he was actually a mobster, and he's in the witness protection program. There you go, figured it out. That's
There
why he's
you
named
go.
Luca. Yes, the dark secret. I'm kidding. Uh, Interested in it. Want to see
Yep,
it. I like
same.
all those
I'm I'm
Pixar's
I'm
and the
I'm always
Disney
all about
movies.
the Pixar movies, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, there's your musical.
In the Heights.
Yeah,
Yeah. Corey Hawkins, Lin Manuel Miranda, John Chu. Yeah, I'm usually not a musical guy, so this probably won't be for me. Um, Venom, Let There Be
Let There Be
Carnage.
Carnage.
Obviously, Venom 2. You're gonna get your Tom Hardy and your Venoms and your Carnages and whatnots. I hope that this movie is more than just a '90s movie like the first
Yeah,
one was. Like I didn't hate the first Venom movie, but I didn't love it. It was just like it's just one of those movies that's like, okay, it's
it
a thing.
existed.
Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, it's a thing. But anyway, um, yeah. So I hope that one's better. It's gonna have Carnage versus Venom, so hopefully that's gonna be cool to see.
Hmm.
Oh, what else we got here? I don't know about that movie. Um, Cast seems well. Alicia Vikander's in it, so that's cool. But I don't know a whole lot about it, unfortunately. Um, Zola, what the hell is that? I don't know what that is either.
It's about a stripper. It's a true story about a stripper, apparently.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I think if you don't have anything else in
Let's hit July. Summertime's
July,
when we start getting like the good shit.
July, bro, I have a need for speed. Top Gun Maverick, July
Now,
2nd.
now, 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 now.
Definitely interested in that movie.
We get to
Definitely
watch
interested in it.
Tom Cruise fly some jets again, I guess.
Yep. That's gonna be fun. Um, I'm not a huge Minions. That's for the kids, so I've
That's the
never.
kid one.
That was like, yeah, that's those movies are not for me at all. Uh, but there's your kiddie movie for the summer. That's gonna. Those movies like make a shit ton of money, don't they? Because like there's so many of them
Mhm.
now. They even made a movie just off the Minions, right? Like it's like, god damn.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's a thing. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the
Super
Ten
interested in
Rings.
Shang-Chi.
Very,
Super interested in this movie.
very another Marvel movie about a character that I don't know a whole lot about. But
Hmm.
yeah, definitely excited because we're gonna get some martial arts whoop assery in this movie, and I can't wait to see it, dude. It's gonna be badass. It is gonna be badass. I can't wait, dude.
Jesus, how many Purge movies are there?
The
Fucking
f- the f-
five?
the Forever Purge. Oh Lord.
There's like
Well,
five of these.
apparently this is the final installment, though.
They always say that.
The final installment of the Purge franchise, depicting the annual 12-hour span in which all crime in America, including murder, is legal. I haven't seen these movies really, so I don't really have anything to say about them.
Then they reboot it and make another five.
Um, yeah. Anyway, anyway. Um,
Cinderella. It's a musical.
Cinderella, Cinderella. I didn't even know they were coming out with another Cinderella. Let's see here. Cinderella. Oh, that is a musical. It has what's her name? Uh, uh okay, yeah. So
Hmm.
well, whatever. It's a musical. I'm not gonna check that out. I'm sorry. Uh, next thing for me is Space Jam: A New Legacy. Space Jam 2. Obviously want to check that out because I mentioned earlier how I like the first Space Jam. So of course I'm gonna watch the second one. You kidding me? Yeah, I am looking forward to that. I'll be curious to see how different it is from the first movie, especially how it's gonna be like how many years later. I don't know how many. The first one came out in 96, 97, something like that.
So something like that.
I don't know. It's a long time since the first movie, so definitely intrigued. Definitely want to watch it. Uh, yeah.
Who's the villains? It's just not want to know.
The Monstars have returned. No, I don't know. Well, we'll see. I don't know. What else is in here that I'm looking forward to? Oh, here's the one that the Baba will be looking forward to. Old. It's an M Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be
Inspired by the graphic novel Sandcastle.
by Pierre Oscar Levy and Frederick Peters. Yeah, I don't know
I
much
don't.
about this, so I can't
I
really
don't know
speak.
any of these people that are in this
Can't really
either.
speak on it. The Tomorrow War with Chris Pratt, J.K. Simmons, Chris McKay, Yvonne Strahovski. That's and Betty Gilpin. So there you go.
I'm interested in this.
Yeah, a man must confront his past to fight in a war. Yeah, that seems interesting enough, intriguing enough. I definitely heard about that movie, so I want to check it out. What do we have here? For the rest of the month, there's the Jungle Cruise, which I want to check out for sure, with The Rock and Emily Blunt. Uh, definitely seems interesting. We've seen the trailer for that, and it looks cool. It looks like a fun time. It gives me like Jumanji and Indiana Jones vibes, the Mummy vibes. You know that kind of movie. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely curious about that. I like the poster that they have for the movie. Looks cool. And then to end the month, we have The Green Knight,
Super interested in the Green Knight.
A24 fantasy movie, which yeah, looks really cool. Has Dev Patel, as Sir Gawain. Uh, yeah, I definitely want to be checking that out. It has fucking Alicia Vikander in it, Joel Edgerton.
She's been in a
Yeah,
lot of these we've looked at. Alicia Vikander. There's been
she's
quite a
great,
few
dude.
of
I,
these little
I
movies
love
we
I
looked
love
at.
Alicia Vikander. She's awesome. But yeah, that's that's the last movie
That's July.
for July. Yeah, we're going on to August, which the Suicide Squad definitely.
The Suicide Squad. Yes.
Very looking forward to that. Curious about James Gunn's take on the Suicide Squad. This is obviously a sequel to the 2016 Suicide Squad. No matter if you like that movie or you hate it, uh, I think we can all agree that this is gonna be better, right? I mean, it can't be worse. The cast is pretty solid too. I like all the people that they've added onto this. So yeah, I'm just very interested in this. Can't wait to see it because I am a big DC guy, so I can't wait. Looking through here, Hotel Transylvania 4 is another movie for the kids. What else we got here? Don't Breathe 2. Oh man, that'll be interesting. Definitely want to check that out. Uh, I don't know what this Deep Water movie is. Respect. I don't know what that is. The King's
Respect is
Man.
a Aretha Franklin like biopic, I think.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool then. The King's Man though is the next one for me. In
Yeah.
On August 20th. That movie. Yeah. Yeah, dude. That movie looks fucking rad. Can't wait to see that. Love the cast. Love what we've seen from the trailers. It's gonna be like World War One ish type deal. So I am about it. Oh, dude, Paw Patrol movie. Look at that. Another one for the kids. You gotta throw out those. The kids are gonna be out for well. Normally, the kids would be out of school for the summer, but we're still in the global
Yeah,
pandemic,
who
so
knows for sure how to
yeah, we'll,
fucking
we'll
be.
see. Anyway, the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. This is Salma Hayek and Ryan Reynolds and Sam Jackson, Frank Grillo, Antonio Banderas. I think we've talked about this movie before as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Eh.
I'll definitely give this a shot as well. Um,
Candyman reboot. I know you're interested in that.
yeah, Candyman, definitely check that out
Baba,
for
I think,
sure.
is also
Hmm.
interested in that.
Candyman reboot. We'll see. Hopefully, it's good, man. I mean, again, I always say this, but I always hope movies are good. I never want them to be bad. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out anyway. So I might as well be good. And then there's the Beatles documentary with Peter Jackson directing it and whatnot. I'm not the biggest fan of the
I'm
Beatles,
not
but
either. That's what I expected to say. I'm not a big fan of the. I'm
yeah,
not crazy over them.
I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I can like I enjoy some of their songs, and I can appreciate some things here and there. But yeah,
If
I'm
you
not
get
the
me a good documentary, though, I'll watch it about anything. Doesn't matter what it
same.
is.
Yeah, same. Like yeah, I'm telling you, dude, you gotta watch the Last Dance, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm going to at some point.
September, yes.
Yes.
So, Jackass. Oh, dude, Jackass 4. I don't know that was coming out.
Yeah, I heard about this, and I don't understand how these dudes.
Almost 10 years after their last film, Johnny Knoxville and his team gear up for a new installment of Jackass.
Boys, you're not young anymore. Please
I
stop
know
trying to kill yourselves.
they're not, but I will still watch it.
Yeah, probably.
I will still watch it. I
I just
100%.
don't want them to get hurt because this shit all like they're fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean they're all older dudes. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see, man. On my birthday, new line horror film.
Some
Nothing,
sort of
nothing
horror
there.
movie that has no
Some sort
details.
of some sort of horror movie. Yeah. Oh, dude, the Boss Baby. Look at that.
Family business, man.
Family Business. No, the ones that I see here are The Quiet Place Part 2 for sure. Want to check that out. The first Quiet Place is fantastic. If you guys haven't
Still
seen The
gotta
Quiet
watch it.
Place 1, do it. It's so good. And then Death on the Nile. That's another one. Um Continues the stuff from the Murder on the Orient Express, you know? So yeah, that Death on the Nile will be pretty cool. Has Gal Gadot and Army Hammer and yeah, man. Kenneth Branagh. Be very very cool. Very cool to check that out. Oh, dude, all the bronies are gonna be real happy because on the 24th, the My Little Pony movie,
Yep.
bruh. The Many Saints of Newark. I think this is the Sopranos movie, right?
I
Yes,
think so.
it's
Like
the
the
prequel. It's
prequel.
it's a prequel movie to the
Yeah,
Sopranos. Yeah. Okay.
I see
I
it now
haven't
where it
seen
says
I
that.
haven't seen the Sopranos, so I can't really.
I watched part of it. I never finished it. Should go back and probably start all over again.
All right. October 1st. Let there be spice because Dune.
Dune! Fear is the mind killer. The sleeper will awaken on October 1st. I'm super hyped for Dune.
There you go, man.
To be honest with you, without even finishing the year out for 2021, that's probably my most anticipated movie, to be honest.
I mean that's fair, dude. I know how much you like Dune and how much you've been waiting for it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's totally fair. I don't know what my most anticipated movie this year is. There's a lot of like movies I like want to watch, but like I don't know if like there's one where I'm like, oh, dude, above all others. So yeah, I don't know, but Dune, obviously want to check that out. I don't know a whole lot about Dune, so that'll be like that movie will be my first like introduction to it. Um, so yeah. Uh, Next up we have No Time to Die, which is which just yeah, it just got pushed back again very recently.
This is the last Daniel Craig Bond,
Daniel
right?
Craig movie. Yeah, yep. Hope it's a good one. I still have to watch Spectre at some point
Yeah, I
before
gotta
this
see
one.
that too.
I do know that the bad guy from Spectre will be in this, along with obviously Rami Malek. Rami Malek. But anyway, Halloween Kills is another one uh, that I want to watch in
Same.
October.
Because
That's
I
October
just
15th.
watched. I just watched it. The one
The,
before this one.
the new sequel, yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween, which is Halloween 2, but it's not called Halloween 2. It's just called Halloween, a sequel of the original Halloween movie, also just called Halloween. Very confusing, but you know what? Blame the people that named these movies. Who thought it was a smart idea to name Halloween, the new Halloween 2, just Halloween? Come on, bro. I could do better than that. And I don't even work in the movie business, bro. Come on. Anyway, Halloween Kills. The new Halloween 3, aka the new sequel to Halloween, which is Halloween 2. That's just gonna piss me off if I keep doing that.
You're
It
making my
took
brain melt.
I dude, again, don't blame me. Blame the
I,
stupid people
I
that
know.
name these movies, bro.
I know. I'm not blaming you.
It's ridiculous.
So
Why they would do such a thing? I don't understand. Uh, The Last Duel. What is this about?
this has got Matt Damon and Adam Driver in it. It's like based on historical shit about a knight that returns from.
Matt Damon. The night. Something about King Charles VI. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in it just because I kind of like the setting, but we'll see.
I'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep an eye on that. Here we go.
Snake
Snake Eyes,
Eyes.
GI Joe Origins. Definitely want to check that out.
I'm
Snake Eyes is my
I'm
favorite.
interested. Yeah,
Snake Eyes is my favorite GI Joe character, so I'm about it.
same.
I'm all about it. I think that's it for October. I don't know some of these other movies, so we're just gonna go ahead and skip them.
That's a family movie.
November 2021. First thing that I see is on the 5th of November. We
Mm-hmm.
have the Elvis movie. We have Clifford the Big Red Dog, and then the one that I'm looking forward to is the Marvel's Eternals.
I'm interested in Elvis, and I'm interested in the Eternals.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll watch Elvis. I don't know if it's a movie or a doc though. What is it?
It's a movie. It's got Tom
It's a
Hanks in it.
biography.
He's
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, so it's a movie. Okay,
It's about Tom Parker, who's played by Tom Hanks, which was Presley's manager fellow, I believe.
okay. So yeah, it'll be from the perspective of Tom Parker. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I know we've talked about this movie before.
Yes, that yeah.
Uh, yeah, and then I don't have anything to say about Clifford because I just
It's the big red dog, man.
yeah.
Got another one for the kids.
Yep. Ghostbusters Afterlife on November 11th.
Super interested in that.
Very intrigued, getting a lot of Stranger Things vibes, considering that one of the Stranger Things kids is in the movie, but still,
Mm-hmm.
even if he wasn't in it, it'd be some Stranger Things vibes. But yeah, definitely want to check that out. Looking forward to seeing where the legacy of the original Ghostbusters leaves them here and now in this new version. That'll be coming out on the 11th. Yeah, Peter Rabbit 2, another movie for the kids. What else we got? November 19th, Mission Impossible 7. So this is the one after Fallout. Definitely after Fallout. Wanna. What I need to do is go back and rewatch the older Mission Impossible movies, and then
I really love the first one.
like watch this new one again. So yeah, crazy to believe that they're on the seventh one this year.
Mm-hmm.
King Richard. Oh, this
King
okay. We
Richard.
talked about this. This is about the dad of Serena and Venus Williams. Okay.
Oh, that's
Cool,
right.
cool. There's Gucci and Encanto on the 24th. So Gucci is about the Gucci family, um, and then Encanto is the Colombian
That's right.
magic movie from Disney. I definitely want to check that out. I'm always all about Spanish stuff too, so I'm or Spanish speaking things, so I'm always gonna be there for that. here you go, Josh. The American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story. Uh, how Kurt
Oh, this,
Warner, how Kurt Warner goes from a young man stocking shelves at a supermarket and undrafted free agent in the NFL to become a two-time NFL MVP quarterback for the Rams, Cardinals, and Giants.
I'm kind of interested in this. It's got Zachary Levi and Dennis Quaid in it.
Yeah,
Oh, and a Pac-Man too.
Buying a
Huh,
Pac-Man's cool too. Yeah, very nice, very
interesting.
nice. Okay,
I might check that out. I like
West
football.
Side Story. I'm not a musical guy, so I don't really have an interest in this. But there you go. If you're about that.
They got some pretty ladies in it. Looking at these photos. What?
Spider-Man: Homecoming 3. So the third movie. Very interested in this because of all the rumors are.
Mm-hmm.
So this one I'll be looking forward to very much. It's coming out in December apparently, so we'll be there for that. And then look at that, The Matrix 4 on the 22nd of December. Also very intrigued about this one. Wondering what they're gonna do with that. Yeah, and I think that is it. We have a bunch of other movies that are slated to come out this year, but they have no release date. I'll go through them quickly. Masters of the Universe. You guys know I'm all about He-Man and
Mm-hmm.
Motu, so definitely want to see that. The Rugrats movie is gonna be animated. Moonfall.
What's
Uh,
Moonfall?
Moonfall is
Gravity must save Earth when the moon falls out of orbit and hurtles toward the Earth.
well, that's a very literal title. Then there you go.
Meh.
What else we got here? The SpongeBob movie. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Pinocchio. Oh, Army of the Dead, dude. That's Zack Snyder's zombie movie. I want to check that out. That's gonna be a Netflix one. Definitely want to see that.
Ooh. Oh, it's got
Uh,
Batista in it.
yep,
Fuck yeah.
yep. Takes place in Vegas. Definitely want to see that. Yeah. Home Alone. Is this a Home Alone reboot? Oh yeah. They're doing a Home Alone reboot. I forgot about that.
A reimagining of Home Alone for a new generation.
So yeah, apart from that, there isn't really a whole lot. Um. So yeah,
I can I
that's
can very
that's
easily
that's the year
say
in movies.
Dune most anticipated for me. Um, yeah.
That's fair. I understand.
Although it's gonna be a long wait to get there, and probably more stuff will come out in between that. They'll be done.
Yeah, I mean, there's still all those other movies that we just mentioned that don't have a release date really. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's our our games and movie preview for 2021.
2021.
Obviously, again, some of this stuff may get moved around, may not even happen this year, but we're just going off information that we have at this given moment. A
Let
lot of
us
good
know
stuff
what your
here.
most anticipated movies and games are,
Yeah,
because
for
I'm
sure. Tweet
interested.
at
Tweet
us.
at
Let me
us.
know on the Discord server and all that stuff. There's a lot of if the year goes well, hopefully we'll have more stuff added. So we shall see. But I'm looking forward to watching and playing a lot of this stuff. So yeah, man.
Yes. Well, I
This is
think
what
that's
we'll
a
do.
show.
That will be
Um,
the show. Yes, indeed.
all right, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Let us do our shout outs, shall we? And then we will wrap her up here. Start off with
Let's
you,
do it.
Daniel.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching, for hanging out, all that good stuff. We'll be back next week. And then we are gonna be playing some D&D, I believe, as well this week. So keep an eye out on that. Coming up for me on stream, playing more Breath of the Wild. That's what we're doing. And then also, I have a 12-hour stream on Friday. So I'm very excited about that. That's gonna be a
Woo.
blast. Maybe we'll have Josh join me there for that at some point.
Yeah,
If we
cameo
do.
appearance by me.
So that'll be fun. Definitely excited for that. It's my first 12-hour stream. Gonna be a good time. Hope to see you guys there. But that's pretty much it. That's gonna be that's gonna be it, guys. So thanks. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching the Clockwork Cantina, episode 62. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. And apologies for being an hour late. Um, we will get this uploaded as soon as possible for if you're just coming in at the end. And tomorrow we have D&D. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, there will be D&D here on twitch.tv/Josh902. See the continuing adventures of the Cinder Council as they have made moves, trying to get their names out there in the dwarven city of Axvaclin. I don't have any plans really for this week. At some point, I'm going to start streaming again. Once I'm trying to get my sleep schedule kind of fixed and not fuck it up too bad. So that's kind of messing with everything at the moment. But I'm taking steps to rectify that. I think that's all I got. Keep an eye on the channel just in case we go live with something. You never know. You never know when the bug will bite you, and you just be like, I want to stream some. That's gonna do it all from us here at the Clockwork Cantina. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.